Słuchajcie, dopłynęliśmy na Bałtyk, jesteśmy na Bałtyku oficjalnie. O, proszę, jest Polska, znalazła się!
Boys, Daddy is here!
We are so close. Out of nearly 5,000 miles, we have only a few hundred left. The land is all around us. And when you're so close to home, it's so easy to make a stupid mistake. So it's really important to be really careful to make it. When we did the last refit in Poland in 2015, the point that I stressed the most was to make sure the rudder is designed and built in such a way that it's literally indestructible. I was convinced. I thought about just about every option possible, the way it could break. Well, I have never thought it could twist off its own shaft and end up still spinning around its own axis. So I took a quick stock of the situation, decided that we were 20 miles from the British shore, another 20 miles from shipping lanes, and about 4 hours from sunset, and about 4 hours from another strong wind. So we have some space. There's no reason to panic. We have time to think it over and figure out the best option possible in this situation. So we brewed a fresh coffee, sat down, talked about it for about half an hour, and including everyone's suggestions, we figured out that we're gonna make a new steering device out of a set of blocks, ropes, especially the carbon rope, and tie it off to the existing rudder blade, which is exactly what we did. This is the moment that always stresses me out. Every time I pass under the bridge, I have this scary idea that it's gonna hit the bridge. So only the data from the chart is making me a little bit less nervous. But anyway, this is quite a change from an open ocean. Kiel Canal is a perfect therapy for people who are scared of traffic that's 2 miles away at sea. In case you were wondering where they make mega yachts, at least some of them, I can see a shipyard right here. That was always a question in the Caribbean, like where did they come from? We're having a kind of a tour of Germany from the boat. Check it out. Cute. So this is what the kilometer markers look like. This is 87.5. That means we have basically 11 kilometers left. So about give or take 7 miles. And this is communications between the ships on this part of the canal. It's channel 3 right here. And they all talk to each other. We don't have to because we're so tiny that we don't matter, but when these big guys need to miss each other, it's a little bit more of a deal. So it's kind of funny to leave the track all across the land, all across Germany. This is North Sea, this is Elbe River, and this is where the channel, where the canal starts with a lock in Brunsbüttel, and you kind of go across Germany, and this is Holtenau, a small town on the other side, close to a bigger town which is Kiel, which is a big shipyard town. And and here we exit, and this is already western side of the Baltic Sea. And this is one of the super annoying things about this, what happened into this Raymarine, and like after 7 years of perfect working, all of a sudden it keeps losing its GPS position, and it's just going mad, and it's gonna go like this forever and ever until it regains it. And we had probably 3 days when it didn't regain the position at all. So it was basically, so we created this next page, which is pretty much, this was all the data that we had available. Everything else was gone. So basically heading from our gyro, speed from the paddle wheel under the hull, depth from the echo sounder. There you go. This is annoying. And an apparent wind speed from the paddle wheel on the top of the mast. And that's it. That's all we had. All this was gone. No position, no log, and no time either. Time has stopped. We kept making fun of this GPS that it's not showing time. The time was like 00, 59 and 59 seconds. We kept screwing with people and saying, hey, you didn't wind the clock in the GPS. 88,5, proszę Państwa. We're about to enter the Kiel Canal, which is a perfect shortcut through Germany to avoid going through Danish Straits. It cuts about 250 miles out of the whole trip, then just the Baltic Sea, and we're home. That was about 250 miles shortcut as opposed to going around Denmark. Słuchajcie, dopłynęliśmy na Bałtyk. Jesteśmy na Bałtyku oficjalnie. This morning we have quite foggy morning here in Kiel Canal, at Kiel actually, in Germany. It's so there's no rush. We're trying to leave when the sun burns out the fog a bit. But I took the opportunity to change out the alternator because it hasn't been charging. And guess what? This is the main wire that's supposed to charge from the alternator. And it just literally, I took it out and it broke off. So there was no way there's going to be a contact on this. So I'm going to have to make a new one. Sounds fun. For the last 3 hours I've been sitting in the engine room pulling my hair out because I have 2 alternators. I had one completely new one, one fairly new one, and they've both been smoking like mad. And I was pulling my hair out trying to figure out what's going on. Swapped them out about 3 times. Each time I had to swap the regulator, basically this piece here. And I noticed this part. So I basically took the liberty of taking this entire bolt out, so there's no contact on this burnt contact, and now everything is working, but it took me 3 hours to figure this out. So we'll get home. Sunday morning in Kiel, in Germany, means sailing. Ania is exercising her patriotism, and she's sewing a Polish flag, which we couldn't get anywhere in France or in Germany, because in Germany we're there on Sunday, so everything was closed. So she's making one up, and it's looking really good. We're still under a really serious impression we made on ourselves with this achievement. So the achievement is that we're finally sailing instead of motoring, and the impression we made is because we decided to put the wing on Jenneker and Genoa, which I don't think has been done before on this boat, and it's actually working really well, so it's cool. We've got probably about 200 miles to Gdańsk, and we're heading straight for a Danish island called Bornholm, which is just north of Poland in the Baltic Sea. And we went up a bit north to hunt for some wind, and it panned out, so it's good. It worked out. I don't know if you guys remember, but we're short on Polish flag. Ania was sewing one yesterday, and she actually successfully made one. It's really pretty. But in the meantime, Peter came up with this idea that we can just use this sails that we have and just go really fast find some really good wind and just flip the boat and just go into the port like this, and we'll have a big Polish flag. For those of you who don't know, it's white over red stripe, and that's it. It's really simple. So this is it, we got it. How's that?
While waiting for Bartek, we decided to have a bonfire. Whole leaf sausages. Julian loves animals and he's feeding.
So this is a Polish ferry. We're not in Poland yet, but piece of Poland came out to greet us apparently. No, this is a Polish ferry going from Świnoujście to Ystad in Sweden. Over here on the AIS display, but it's registered, of course, where? In the Bahamas. Kiel, widziałeś? 2 polskie promy. Tu jest Świnoujście Ystad, a tam jest Ystad Świnoujście. Killer, znaleźliśmy Polskę! O, proszę, jest Polska, znalazła się! Widać normalnie brzeg Polski.
Boys, Daddy is here! Okay, so after 4 weeks, finally we're going to Gdańsk and we're gonna say hello to Bartek. So our car is totally full packed thanks to Adam. And we have bikes. Plus many things for a boat, so yeah, he's going on crazy. Okay, let's go. And Adam is here. He's our hero today because he'll help me in the packing 6 bags. Plus, I cannot even count these little bagicitos. This is the place that we're gonna anchor our home after 5,000 nautical miles. So today we came here just to see the spot, and just imagine tomorrow in the morning we're gonna see Bartek here. So I just put some messages on Facebook and Instagram because we got plenty of friends here. So yeah, so we're really happy. Maybe kids are not, but there is an ice cream place just next to this spot. So in the morning, every day we're gonna have ice cream for breakfast. So this is like a perfect plan for next few days. And look at that space here. So this is the entrance to the old town. So this is Gdańsk, and if you just follow straight, it's old town, amazing place, and yeah, so. No, wszyscy śpią, ludzie tu chodzą, a my stoimy, jedyna łódka na kotwicowisku, nie wierzę. Nie mogę, co się popłaczę jeszcze. Ale numer, to jest po prostu numer. Unbelievable.
Before this big trip, and even during that trip, I just thought it's yet another passage. But just now it's finally dawned on me that it was something really, really big. 5,000 miles, or almost 5,000 miles, is nearly twice as long as any transat we've ever done. Thanks to this perfect crew, we have managed to overcome all the difficulties on the way. But above all, I have missed my family like never before.
Hej załoga! Zobacz co ci
Ja idę na inspekcję.
powiązana sznurkami na całego.
Mamy prezent dla męża. Kochanie, chodź. Odbiór prezentu. Po pierwsze...
Ja byłem cały czas w domu.
A ty byś pomógł?
Po pierwsze, żebym miał w czym chodzić, żebym nie latał w gumowcach po
Po pierwsze
okolicy.
buty.
Czad, dziękuję.
Po pierwsze buty, a po drugie piękna księga, w której będziemy wpisywać naszych załogantów.
Księga na gości?
Księga dla gości.
Dla gości.
Tutaj, proszę kochanie. No i tam jeszcze parę takich ważniejszych, zapomniałam.
No, utkałaś, piękna.
To nie ja, to nasz, słuchajcie, to jest od naszej jednej z obserwatorek, która to już
Ojej.
zrobiła na szydełku wiele miesięcy temu. I coś okazało, że dopiero teraz do nas dotarła.
Ojej. Ale tak.
No i jeszcze nasze mleczko. A jak?
Jeszcze coś.
Wyalokowanie produktu. Panie Wedel, potrzebujemy tego dużo.
I jeszcze coś.
A to taki mały gadżet.
Duża ilość czasu.
Okay, honey, I need to show you what I have missed the most.
What?
Not you, but
Not me, of course.
for the last 2 years, every day when I wake up, I do like this. Voila. Okej, to jest po prostu najważniejsza rzecz.
Os segredos vêm da floresta de luz, Pachamama, Pachamama. Abre a consciência dos seus filhos a crescer.